welcome to this edition of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong. I'm here with my brothers Damon and Jaquari Armstrong. We the strong, that's in strong perspective. We give our views and we give everybody else the opportunity to get theirs. Welcome to everybody that's tuning in, that will tune in. All right, brothers, Jaquari Armstrong, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. Good. Mentally preparing for Christmas and everything, and just maintaining, brother. I ain't got nothing to complain
Okay,
about.
okay. Damon, what's up, brother? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. Just trying to stay warm, man. We got a nice little couple of inches of snow yesterday, so just in time for Christmas, man.
Yeah, with that Arctic blast, that
Oh
blast ain't
man,
no
it's like
joke.
they
Look,
say it was like some places 21 below.
yeah, all right, look, our half of the country is going through it. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I had a good day today too, man. Just trying to get into the spirit, which is not that hard for me because I'm around family, I'm around love, and it's always, always. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
Yeah, well, I ain't got no winter coat.
look,
Damn it.
you ain't got no business without a winter coat sitting in the DC area, man. Are you kidding me?
I know, man, but all my outside weather gear is cute and shit, man. So it ain't really functional.
Look, functional to be outside, huh?
You better double and triple up.
Yes, indeedy.
Mm.
Layers. Layers is the word, baby. Layers. Okay, okay. Well, look, these last two episodes, talking to the audience, last two episodes, what we're going to do, we're going to reflect back on the year that we've had doing this podcast, and also we're going to field any questions that you guys have. So, what you do is click onto the comments, type your question, we're going to address them, along with what we're going to talk about, well, how we feel this year went, and also we're going to talk about different things like that. So, let me do some housekeeping before I do anything. This is Strong Perspective Podcast. This is our YouTube channel. We go live on Facebook because that's where all my friends are. And what I need you to do is to go like, share, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube by the same name. And my thing is, the only thing I can guarantee about you going to watch the episode is you're going to hear everyday people's thoughts on things. And really and truly, that's the most important thing. Yeah, we have our celebrities and we have everything that the celebrities come from. We look at their lifestyle, we look at everything, right? But really and truly, we grinding, we making it happen. We keeping this world moving. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing about no jealousy, no hating. But what I want to do, and my brothers, they want to do, is give voice to us. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. Okay. So here's the thing for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna reflect back on the year. I'm sorry, I said with an S. But we're gonna reflect back on the years. If there's anything that comes to our mind, if it's anything current, we're gonna do everything we need to do. Um, Jaquar, we'll start with
Yes.
you, brother.
Hmm.
Have anything?
Uh, Not really anything heavy, man. I just, lately, man,
It
I've huh?
don't have to be heavy. Let's just we gonna start us off, my guy.
Yeah, I've been doing some self reflecting, man, and trying to figure out the reasons why I do some of the things that I do, or I indulge in some of the things that I indulge in, man. And I think it's time for a personal revamp, man. What I ask myself, what my motivation to do certain things is, you know, including this, and I'm highly motivated. Don't get me wrong, but I have a real issue with finding my own love for things. You know, so that's what I'm gonna start doing. From now on, I hope to start doing that, man. That's kind of like a preemptive New Year's resolution. I'm gonna start, trying to figure out where my zest for life lives, man. You know,
Okay. Damon.
and,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jaquari.
that's it.
All right, Damon. Go ahead and stoke the embers of that fire and see what you got on for us, brother.
Well, I understand that too. When you're talking about Jacory, me personally, man, I've been trying to, trying to be grounded in my spirituality, man. So been calling the right people and reading the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to you know what I'm saying, find something. I'm in search of something. Just put it that way. Similar to you, man. So I'm constantly reading Bible stuff. Whatever I can get my hands on. And I'm on the journey, man. That's about it. So I'll try to cut back on the MFs and all that tonight.
Oh, really? Hey, look, my piece in this situation is this. Um, the one thing about it, what I can always count on when it came to my brothers is we always go in the same direction, but we have our own view as we going forward. You know what I mean? And my thing is, on a personal level, what I do is I continue my course of being who I am. Because if I try to change, no, I take that back. Change is the wrong word. When I try to figure me out, it's like I've just bust my head with a brick, man. Because I'm not that smart. I'm not even close to being that smart. So what I do is I continue my course. I be the best I could possibly be. I pray for that every day too. I pray every day, but I pray for that to be the best that I could possibly be. Okay, and so let me go ahead and just throw this out here because this is the thing. We talk amongst ourselves about these kind of things every day. So I want everyday people to understand this. I like talking sports. Damon loves talking sports also. Jaquari, it depends what that sport is. Am I correct, Jaquari? It depends what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Um, let's talk about Dion, okay? And when I say talk about Dion, not pass judgment on the man or anything like that. Your overall perception of this hailstorm that happened in the last 3 years. We'll start with you, Damon. Make it
Well,
happen.
how
Hey,
I feel,
hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off. I apologize. Folks in the audience, feel free to comment because if you have something to say about this, please let us know. We'll put it up on the screen and we'll address it at the same time. Sorry about that, Damon. Go ahead.
it's okay, man. What I've been not struggling with, but I'm finding it kind of amazing how when he decided to make the move to Colorado, how people are coming at him like he'll sell out or something like that. And I'm trying to see how that makes sense, man. You know, I mean, they want him not to because he well Jackson. If I'm not correct me if I'm wrong, was Jackson State his first college program he was coaching at?
That's it.
Okay, so if you got an opportunity to get a better job, get a bigger job, get more money, wouldn't you take it? So
Hmm.
why would somebody even allow themselves to even think that way. I mean, why can't he do the same thing? And plus he left the program, Jackson State, better than he found it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of I would, for lack of a better word, it's just irritating to hear people say, "Oh man, he a sellout." Wow, you know what I'm saying? Why would you say that? Why can't this man? Don't you realize that the kids? Because it's about the kids, isn't it? It's about the football players. Do you know that he can offer the football players more at Colorado than at Jackson State? Better facilities, you know, or whatever the case. As he does well, so does the kids that he's bringing in and recruiting. So it's just I'm trying to figure out how I really feel about the comments and the treatment that he's receiving right now, but just common sense wise, man, it doesn't make sense for people to be mad at this man because he was good enough to get hired at a better job. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, so far.
Okay, Jaquar.
When you take into considerations, man, how many years a person has got to be coaching on the college level, man, to be able to garner an upgrade like that. I mean, it takes sometimes it takes decades, man. For him to go from an HBCU that really wasn't you know being productive, to Colorado. I mean, in Colorado's not, they haven't been productive either. But as far as the resources and the money, it's light years away from Jackson State. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily a good thing, but I mean, has anyone bothered to speak to him about what his personal goals in coaching are? Because ultimately that's what matters. That's why he took that's probably why he took a coaching job in the first place. He's got goals of his own. you
Exactly.
know, and you know if and when this situation in Colorado changes and he finds himself in a position where he can move to the next tier, then are we going to fault him for that? I mean, he can't save the state of HBCUs in this country. Not single handedly, he can't do it. He gave a very good example of how a person on a certain platform could bring attention to smaller programs and everything. But that's just one example. Now, if he was leading a movement of former NFL players of note who took it upon themselves to you know gain coaching positions at HBCUs and elevate those programs, then I'd be like, well, damn, Deion, you was the leader. What was you doing? But this man, this is his job. I mean, he don't commentate anymore, does he?
No,
So
you don't.
he's trying to, yeah, he's working, in a sport that he's dedicated his life to. I mean, I uh, I don't even like. I'm not even trying to understand why people are saying that he's a sellout. Seriously, come on, man. Not no, not a sellout. He's ambitious.
Oh yeah,
Aren't we all ambitious?
there's not. There's no doubt
You know,
about that. Well, all right. Well, here's my take on it. Because hey, listen, everybody. Today's the day that I'm mixing it up with my brothers, so I get to talk about shit myself. But before I say anything, let me acknowledge Eric Harris, our cousin Stacy. Love y'all. Welcome to the show. Um, I agree totally with both of you guys, right? Because see, here's the thing. I've always believed in. I got you, Dion. I've always believed in this. I listen to what people say, mostly because what I did for 30 years long for. Pay attention to what somebody say to you, right? Deion has always championed everything when it came to when he got the Jackson State job, right? But he's also said that he would entertain any situation and
You're
make
right. He
sure
never lied about that.
he never lied about it. And what bothered me the most was, and here's the thing, people act like they were surprised that he took the job. And it wasn't about the money, because the man has always says, I have aspiration to coach a Power Five school. But I know that because I paid attention to what the man said. And this is not telling you the other folks out here that you was wrong, or I'm trying to belittle. No, I'm a fan of his podcast. You feel me? So I just happen to have access to it, you know? So my question to you guys is this. What do you think in his 3 years at Jackson State? What do you think Deion's impact was? Oh, before you go, acknowledge what's on the screen. This is Deion Brooks, good brother. We're gonna have him on the show, him and his brother on the show real soon. But what Deion says is some black people think if you don't support the black agenda 24/7 all day, every day, then you go in a different direction. They call you a sellout because your blackness is not turned in, it has not turned on enough. So Jaquari, what do you think about that?
I can
Do
agree
you
with
agree?
that.
You can agree
Yeah,
with it?
yeah.
Oh,
It
I'm
was. It,
sorry.
was- it,
No. I'm sorry. It's not Deion. It's Darren. I apologize, Darren. But go ahead, Jaquari.
Yeah, it kind of correlated with my point. Like I said, if Dion led a movement of former NFL players, in some freaking uh, uh, perfect world, and they decided to take jobs at strictly HBCUs to provide a movement and a platform for young black men who don't get looked at, who are who have viable skills and everything, and I'd be on the fuck Deion Sanders train, but he hadn't done anything that hell I wouldn't do. I mean, I love my job. I love working with young folks, but at this level, I don't really feel like there's anything that I can do to help support them long term. Everything I do is to get them through my particular program, and hopefully the next couple of years when they start to kind of use the stuff that we teach them and perfect it so it becomes muscle memory and it becomes part of their life and they don't get locked up again, but I'm shooting in the dark. you know I'm shooting in the dark, man. If I had a better position somewhere and more resources, I'm where I could put something definitive in their hands when they got released. It'd be better for for all parties involved. That's not the case right now. If I could find that situation, it would be it would be my responsibility to myself and the young people who I work with for me to take it. And I think that kind of matches up with Deion Sanders. You know,
Oh, it kind of. No, that's real. Damon.
I mean, I'm just going. What did they expect him to do, man? Now he went there. We was there for 3 years.
Hmm.
They dominated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just went through there and dominated, brought notoriety to the school. I mean, what else did they expect the man to do? You know what I'm saying? He made them a winning program, invested his own money in the program. You know what I'm saying? So what did they expect him to do? He was a winner there. He achieved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was successful there.
Yeah.
What else did they want? They wanted him to go to another HBCU. football team and bring their program up? I mean, what was they? That's the question I know. What were people expecting from him that he didn't achieve?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a matter of people just want to be heard and opening their mouths and just saying shit, man, because they want to be heard. You
Okay.
know?
Okay. Well, let me just say this. Um, I speak on it again in the sense that, and you guys alluded to it, that Dion pretty much he did it. He was very ambiguous is the word I'm looking for, where he used Jackson State as his resume, but at the same time he raised Jackson State up to the level again because Jackson State had four Hall of Famers. So they're used to producing great players. But the COVID year kind of pushed the HBCUs out of being for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So what he did was, and this is what I'm saying, I paid attention to what this man was doing. This is my resume. Pay attention to what I'm doing because I'm Deione Sanders. I have a presence for these young kids. They want to play for me. So he got all those 4 and 5 stars and 3 stars to transfer to Jackson State. Feel what I'm saying? To transfer to Johnson because it was him. Travis Hunter went to Jackson State because Travis Hunter is a D-back by heart. I think he's a better receiver, but he's a D-back by heart. And he wanted to be taught by the best. You feel what I'm saying? So here's the thing. He didn't, another fluky reference, he didn't hoodwink anybody. He was telling you the whole time. Like, yo, when a man tell me, y'all, listen, you my man, I'm with you. We riding and we dying. But if this happened here, bro, I gotta go entertain this shit.
Mhm.
That's the street.
Eh,
That's life.
Yeah,
That's everything.
but what do you hear though? I mean, it's two kinds of people in the world, man. People who hear, yeah, pretty much, man. When I find a better opportunity, I'm gonna leave in the dust. That's that person, and it's the person who hears, okay, yeah, man. I'm if I find this other opportunity, which I'm looking for, and you should be looking for it too, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'm gonna go and create my own thing.
yeah.
Why aren't
And that's
you
what he did.
doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, Fluke, I
State
see you
had
want to say
Jackson
something.
State had an opportunity. Yeah, Jackson State had the opportunity, man, to to create all kinds of piggyback situations. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that he was going to be there as long as he was. If I was them,
That's real. That's real.
you
Hey,
know.
Fluke, I know you want to comment on, it, so I'm gonna let you comment. But also, let me read what Stacy has to say, and then after that, I want you to, after you're done with your statement, I want you to go into what he says. He said the problem is black college only receive 7% of donations from 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 alumni, and that's not going to work. You have to give back. So go ahead and after you've done what you were saying, Damon, then go ahead and talk about what Stacy just said.
No, the only thing I was going to say, man, is that Jackson State needs to capitalize on the opportunity. Also, I mean, hey, use him as a recruiting tool. You see what I'm saying? Let them know that hey, there's opportunities here. We got national eyes on us, national notoriety. You will be recognized. Come play for us. I mean, find some way
Yeah.
to capitalize on what the man did.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's crazy to me, man. Why wouldn't you be happy for that brother, man? Why wouldn't you be happy for that brother? He provided opportunities and he took some cash with him. You know what I'm saying? he took some cats with him so they could play on that level. You know what I'm saying? I think his whole agenda was to be able to get on, to compete, you know what I'm saying, on the D1 level, and bring in the type of people that he would, I don't know, man. It just blows my mind how it's even an issue, bro. You know?
I mean, I can go into the whole dynamic of it, but that's another episode of what we trying to do and what we about, because it's an everyday conversation more than anything. Hey, listen, guys, I told my brothers about this. Our friend Bill Burnett, he wants to come in, he want to chime in, and I know on a high because it's Philadelphia Eagles is doing their thing, but Bill, welcome, my guy.
What's up,
going
gang?
on,
What's
brother?
going on? What's going on? Hey, Fluke, man, last
Yo.
time I was on, you ducked me, man.
What do you mean?
Now I got
I duck you. Was you talking about them Eagles, man?
you. No,
Yeah,
we was talking about. Hey, listen, Detroit doing well too. I can't knock the line.
Right.
They going pretty good. You know what I mean? What's going
Hey,
on,
Bill.
brother?
What's going
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
What's
Hey,
going on,
hey,
What's
bro?
up,
hey,
sir?
Bill.
Yeah.
What we gonna do? We gonna let you put a dot on the Deione Sanders situation. Give us
Oh,
your
wow.
opinion about it,
Okay.
and
I
we're gonna
think
move
I
on
think
to
he,
the next question.
I think he did what he had to do, man. I think he did what he had to do. He laid the groundwork down in HBCU. I ain't hating on him, man. Coaches, that's coaches do. They take
Right.
on challenges. It's a new challenge for him. He's still gonna work with his people. He's still gonna work with black people, young black men. He's still gonna mentor. It's gonna be on a bigger platform. That's all.
Right.
You know, what I mean, I feel bad a little bit for Jackson State. I guess he brought some notoriety to school, but you got to move on now. It's time to move on.
I get
I'm
it.
all right. I'm all right with it. I can see both sides of it, but I'm all right with it though.
I
I'm all
mean,
right with it.
Yeah.
you look at it, just chiming in on what you're saying. Uh, Jackson State is more than just a football team, first and
Of
foremost.
course, of course, of
And,
course, of course.
and their educational standards is very high
Yes.
on a collegiate level, not just the HBCU level, a collegiate level.
Yes.
Go ahead, Damon. You was gonna say something?
And that's with most of the HBCU schools. Academically, they on par with everybody.
That's
Right.
real.
You know,
Real.
but what's crazy to me, man? They act like this is gonna be like a cakewalk for Deion Sanders, man.
It's a big challenge.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah.
I admire him for even putting himself in that position because the spotlight is on that brother, man. He
Yeah.
went to a team that was 1-11.
Yeah.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So he's starting from the bottom and trying to build up, and they gonna scrutinize everything he do, man.
Yeah.
Everything he do.
I mean, I wish him the best though. I hope he make it. I hope he tear it up. You know what I
I
mean?
do too. I do
Oh
You
yeah.
too.
know?
Oh yeah.
But people gonna have to recognize, man. It's gonna take him at least 2 or 3 years, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, no doubt
You know
about
what I'm
that.
saying? He ain't gonna go in there and have
Maybe
immediate
a little longer than
success.
that. It might take him a little longer than that.
Yeah.
I think my impression of it is, and I've said that to you guys, and I said it to other people. This is going to show whether this man can coach, because what I feel about Deion is this: great athlete and everything, right? But the one thing this man is great at, he showed me these last 3 years. What he's great at is being a manager of talent.
Sure.
See what I'm saying?
That's
Because
all. That's all Phil Jackson was.
That's
that's
right.
it. That's it. Because his OC and his DC, they make it happen. Even though
Yeah.
his DC let him down in that bowl game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not
But
in the.
most head coaches are managers though. Keith. Most head coaches are managers.
I get it.
They have good assistants. You know what I mean?
But here's my thing. This is why I even brought it up. Is because on the college level, you still got to have, even in the Power 5 job, you still have to have some feeling about what the hell is going on out on that field.
Sure.
Because you can't,
He's got he's got
you
football
cannot,
acumen.
Hey, Big
yeah,
Key, my thing, I think more with college than anything else to build a great program is recruiting. And Deione Sanders walk in your home, and especially if you're a D-back or a skill player, you're gonna listen to what he got to say. All Nick Saban do is get the best players in the country. That's all he does. Get the top 10 recruits, top with 50 5-star athletes every year.
you gotta understand his OC and his skill position coaches are all world. Yes, look, Saban gets all the 5-star and 4-star
Exactly.
guys, but
It's about recruiting.
his skill position and his his linebackers, his D-line guys, because what Alabama does is they send running backs, linebackers, and defensive linemen to the league. That's what they do. That's what they do.
You
I
know,
mean,
here's the thing, man. Because excuse me. Here's the thing, Saban, man. Have you ever seen and heard that brother? Have you ever just sat up and hear that brother talk, man? Store all that. He ain't going in and wilding nobody, parents and all that stuff. All he talking about is that connection from Alabama to the pros. You know what I'm saying? And that's
To the
it.
pros.
And then most of them cats go there anyway. Most of the cats at Alabama and all them and Georgia and all them, they're not coming to Michigan because it's too damn cold up here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too damn cold. So when you think
Michigan
about
do all right too, though. Michigan do all right too, though.
yeah, but we
Michigan's
get
biggest problem is Ohio State.
we get out from Maryland, California,
Pennsylvania.
Midwest. That's where we be getting ours from, and then we get some from the South too. But my point is this is the one thing that always got me, man. That always bothered me. Nick Saban they talking about he's a hell of a recruiter. Man, dude, all he do is walk in there and say, hey man, I get your son to the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
no,
That's
man,
all he gotta do. The weather does the rest.
hey, Damon, he ain't even got to do that. All he had to do is say Alabama.
Yeah.
Every syllable, Alabama. Look, LSU, Georgia, the SEC are all Southern Conference, and they get the best out of the South. Period. Florida.
So where Ohio State get their people from?
See,
Are they Michigan's biggest competitor?
You know what, Bill? There's some voodoo going on in Ohio State.
they do it.
They stay on top.
I can't explain it.
I am amazed by I'm a Michigan guy. Even though I went to Pitt, I grew up Michigan.
Sure.
I'm amazed by the athletes that come out of Ohio State. It is phenomenal. It is crazy. It's crazy.
Where they recruit from then? Where they recruit from? They can't steal the South boys.
No, hold on.
Ohio, Pennsylvania.
I'm a sign. No, they recruit from all the South. They get all the Florida boys. They get all the Georgia guys. They get all the Texas guys. They do.
Okay.
They get everybody from everywhere.
Everywhere. And you want to know why? Because when recruits come to Columbus is unfucking
Believable.
You get an 18-year-old cat go to Columbus because look, Michigan State is a party school. Ohio State is a party school. That's how they get them. And plus, they're great programs now. I'm not, stepping on, the program, but for real.
Them boosters up there.
Is what it is.
Them boosters. They was giving them the bag, man. They was getting the bag all them years, man. That was going on.
Look, Damon is a Michigan fan, so
Oh, listen, I like Michigan Ohio State too. I like Harbaugh. I mean, Harbaugh's a good dude. I like Harbaugh. They about to fire him for a minute, but he came back. He redeemed himself.
You know why?
Because he kept losing Ohio State.
He could not beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
and then he was getting beat on by Michigan. So he went,
Listen,
well,
Ohio State talking about firing my man
Yeah. Oh yeah, Newton. Yeah, boy.
because he lost to Michigan twice.
Mich-
They talking about firing the man.
At
He,
home, we lost
he,
Michigan twice at home, right?
they beat him away at home.
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah, they
okay.
did. They did.
They talk about they was calling for that man's job. I'm like, damn.
Look, I don't know. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something, and Damien, you can attest to this. Harbaugh fired a couple people and brought in the right people.
Yeah, I read something like that too.
Man,
Yeah,
and
far a
then he
couple
was
of coaches.
he was interchanging. You gotta think about it. He was interchanging his coaches with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, that's what it is.
With his brother, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
smart.
that was
But hey,
that was some brilliant shit right there.
yeah.
That was brilliant. That's
Yeah.
how he man. Why you think they gonna start getting them 5 stars if they win the national title this year? You know what I'm saying? They gonna
Yeah.
get
That's
they gonna get
that's
that
a big hit.
attention.
And they
Man,
beat Georgia. Georgia's a pros.
let me tell you something, man.
No, hold on.
Michigan
Georgia's
Michigan
serious.
recruited and built to
Go
play
ahead.
Georgia, man.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
they did.
The whole year was about Georgia. You take a
Georgia-
watch.
Georgia better
Okay.
beat Ohio State.
I will be watching that
Ohio-
game.
First of all, Ohio State coming up, they like this the whole
Georgia might not get past Ohio State, man.
Ohio State ain't got no lose either. They ain't supposed to win. They ain't supposed to be there.
Exactly. Hey, all right. Well, look.
Michigan, they keep Michigan. Cause I've been telling a whole lot of people, man, they can't. I said, man, do you realize, man, that Michigan knew they was gonna be back? And then they
Yeah.
retooled and rebuilt their team to play Georgia in the national title.
Because you know what they did was they, even they didn't need to do anything with their offensive line, they still restocked that joint.
Yep.
And they put that defensive front up there. You know what I'm saying? They put some heavy boys up there because last year it was all finesse. It was all finesse people on that line.
You think
You know
so?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
That
was
white
all-
boy to pay. That white boy to pay for the church. I mean, he's a rough customer.
He's no.
Aiden Hutchinson, huh?
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Hutchinson is a dog, but
Yes, he
Hutchinson
is.
finesse. He's a finesse
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
And look, when he went to the NFL, they teaching him how to be both.
Okay.
Think about it. But
He
look,
playing strong out there in Detroit.
He got some good feet, good hands.
Yes, he do. He's strong. He's playing strong. I'm
I
impressed.
didn't know it was 6'7".
6'7" like a
Like
motherfucker.
275, right?
Look, all right. Well, look, let me do some housekeeping, and we're gonna go from there. Look, audience, this is strong perception. Top. I'm so,
Get it out.
look, I'm so damn excited, man. Strong Perspective podcast. You know why? Because we've been doing this a year.
Thank God.
Really? We've been doing this for a year. And me and my brothers, and including, because this is the fourth time William show, but this feels good being
Yes,
consistent because we're having fun with it. Okay? Do us a favor, go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. You know,
Yeah.
because what we trying to do, we're trying to reach everyone. Because this is hey Bill. What we're trying to do is introduce this kind of conversation because look, communication is not dead, it's not disappeared, not at all. What it's done is being overshadowed by the zing, the pop, the wow of things. What we believe in is what we try to do. This is why I want you to like, share, and subscribe. What we try to do is have conversation with each other. Whether or not we believe or we subscribe in what's going on with each other's opinions, we listen to each other's opinions, period. Because what happens is if you hear the right thing, it's going to, whether or not you are a staunch conservative or liberal, which I don't believe in neither one of them, because our community is we liberals. Is what we are. I'm sorry, we're conservative. I made a mistake. We are
You
conservative
see, I
people.
looked at you like,
Yeah. We are a conservative people because we have no choice to be a conservative people. If you disagree, that's fine. Chime in, we'll talk about it. But the point is, I need you to like, share, and subscribe and just go from there. But what we do is we promote conversation amongst each other. Okay? So, with that being said, what I want to do is change it up just a little bit. Not a lot, but what I want to do is acknowledge my past at the University of Pittsburgh,
Go
because
Pitt. Go Pitt.
a great man passed away recently. That's
Frank.
Franco Harris. Now, I'm not speaking on this because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, which I was growing up. Had nothing to do with it. Franco, my 3 years at Pitt, because he ended up getting traded to Green Bay going into my senior year, I believe. Um, Franco used to come up to Pitt at the field house and Trees Hall and play pickup with us. And he used to tell us this is how he gets ready for the season. And I got to know this man. And really and truly, he was a hero to everybody who was on the court with him, right? But you wouldn't know that because his energy was a loving, giving energy. He let me know that no matter how great you are and no matter how well known you are, you can be a great person. And I took that lesson. And of course, your father and your mom want to tell you about that, but Franco reinforced it for me. Franco reinforced it for me because I found out. I thought it was just me in my class that he did that with, but Franco was doing that maybe 8 years before I got there. Coming up, just playing basketball with the young boys, getting ready for the season, getting them feet ready, getting that stamina ready. I want to say, God bless you, Franco Harris. You're a great man, even though you went to Penn State, but you are a great man. Your character was something that I wanted to strive to be a long while. So I feel blessed to know you. Rest in peace to you, brother.
Rest in peace, bro.
rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. There's no doubt. All right, well, here's the opportunity. I'm gonna start with you, Jaquari. We talked about this earlier. Um, is there anything in particular you want to address as we
I mean,
go
I
forward?
told you earlier, man, I didn't really have anything, but something you just said, it kind of struck me, man, and I wanted to speak on it, man, about how black people are conservative. Well, I think I don't think black people are conservative or liberal, man. We're paradoxical because I mean
Good point.
uh, after so many years of having a foot on our neck, man, we've had to become like the world's fence riders because we'll march for any kind of thing that serves oppression, but you know when things are when we're asked opinions on certain things, you know we automatically go back to a linear way of thinking, man. I mean, if you talk to a group of regular straight black men about issues about like the LGBTQ plus community, what are you going to hear? You're going to hear a lot of demonism. You're going to hear a lot of down talk. You talk about hell, immigration. Have you ever sat down and talked to a straight regular black man who works a 9 to 5 job about immigration? I mean, it's like you talk. It's like you talking to freaking Donald Trump. We definitely pick our salads, man. As far as political ideology goes. And I don't know if I don't know if that's the correct space for us to occupy, man. Certain things that are acceptable in today's society, man, we won't budge on. And my point is, at one point in time, man, slavery was a hot button, situation, and we only had a few people, who at the time happened to be non-black, who had the balls to sit up and speak about it. You know, you take freedom of speech in the consideration, man. I mean, we don't really celebrate voices who don't go along with the norm in our community. And we don't.
That's real.
And that might be an unpopular position for me to have, but you know, it's I think it's something that needs to be talked about. Are we as accepting as a community as we want the world to be accepting of us? And I said it on this platform before, but it just kind of struck me this evening, man. But I ain't really have anything, man. Deep to get on, man.
Other than what you
Public
just said.
service announcement, man. PSA, yeah. PSA, man. Get yourself a passport, man. Get yourself a passport, man, and do some traveling.
That's real.
It's not hard. It's not
Yeah.
hard at all. It's not hard at all, man. All it takes is a little money. The money that you would spend on trying to have a good time where you are, when you know exactly what you're gonna do when you go out to the little spot you go to. You take that money, man, and save a little bit and buy yourself a passport, and you expand your options.
Okay.
Real.
All right. Well, look, guys that's watching, feel free to chime in, and we're going to address what you have to talk about. Then we're going to talk about you. We're going to let you go because you got that stern in your loins, my guy. You rocking and rolling. Go ahead, talk to me, baby.
I got what, man?
I know.
God
Loins was the
damn.
wrong word.
No, man.
You see,
No,
that's what
I
I was,
want to.
I was talking about, man. When you say certain shit to black people, and that was
Hey
innocent.
man, hey man, Wango.
Fuck
Okay,
you mean?
I need to know before I speak. I want
No,
to get
go
it
ahead,
right.
dog.
No, I want to piggyback on what Jaquan was talking about. You know what? The one thing that we are that black, especially black politicians, people that's uh, put on the forefront, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is that we are not monolithic. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about the differences between us.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not black folks, African Americans are not monolithic. First of all, let's talk about that phrase African Americans. I prefer black men. I can't speak on anybody else, but I prefer black men. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir.
feel
That's
you.
Yes,
who.
sir.
That's me. African American. Come on now. What the hell does that even mean, man? But that's this. That's my little side joint, man. But we did there. You know what? They spend billions of dollars, man, trying to infiltrate and confuse and all these different things. That's why we say, well, we're not monolithic. We're not a monolithic group, and we to get people to vote or feel guilty about voting for something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All black people in this country, all these black people in this country got to do is think about their daily lives, man, and their kids' future, and say, you know what? I'm voting for that. That's my interest right there. You know, because when it comes to jobs, we always struggle to get the good job. We always been struggling to do all this and do all that. What the hell have they done for us? Even if they try to do one little thing for African Americans, you got the other half of the country in the uproar. Who gives a damn about any of that, man? We just need to start thinking about what is in the best interest for us and not be ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? Not be afraid of it, afraid of that because that's what everybody else do. You got the people, the Hispanic group, advocating for the people that's crossing the border and who are not even citizens, man. And proud of that. You got people who cross the border. Remember who was the president then? Anyway, they was outside marching and picketing and stuff, man, and they know they ain't had no business being there, man. I mean, let's just keep it funky. But they was right there, man.
Damn it! Give us your tired huddled masses, bro. Why is it cool for how many people do you think snuck through Ellis Island illegally?
That's the mantra.
Yeah,
that's the mantra. Yeah.
That are not of Mexican or Latino descent.
Yeah, but
millions of Irishmen, millions
right.
of Russians, millions of Germans, millions of Englishmen came to this country illegally, man.
Okay, so but let me clarify that. Let me clarify something because I was making a point. I wasn't saying, man, they ain't got no business being in it. No, I was saying these people wasn't even citizens and they were standing there in solidarity.
Good point.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They weren't even citizens, but they were still out there with the risk of being snatched up and sent back over. But these people on national TV who weren't citizens were sitting there in you know what I'm saying, in their groups supporting their, you know what I'm saying, their people.
That's real.
And I'm thinking to myself, damn. These people not even afraid to, these people find solidarity, man. And don't even have the rights.
Yeah.
But we have the rights and we can't come together because we're afraid to be called monolithic.
I knew you was going there, dog. Good point. Good point.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It just, you know.
Big Bill.
That's
Yes,
the word
sir.
you just get tired of it, man.
Yes, sir.
Big Bill.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we've been going so long, you forgot the point.
No, I mean, no, I heard everything. I'm just soaking it all, and I you know.
We want to hear your opinion about it.
I mean, I don't know, man. You know, all of it to me is a bunch of bullshit, for real, for real. It's about taking care.
As far as what?
The politicians, political shit. It's about the rich staying rich and keeping their foot on people's neck. You know what I mean? It's just the same old thing. It's everybody lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Trump is Trump then destroyed, then got all white, the White House, the Capitol, all the politicians in disarray. Half of them scared of him, don't want to speak out on him. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's conservative and all that shit. It's like, I guess I'm kind of offensive. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm conservative or if I'm liberal. Some shit I believe in, some shit I don't. You know what I mean? So I mean, not personal. I just don't. Some shit I don't believe in. But I was raised some things I do believe in. You know what I mean? It's the local lawmakers you got to be more concerned about. You know,
Damn right.
judges and the DAs and those are the ones that's really keeping their foot next to worse. That I try to tell people you got to vote. You got to vote. I was in a barber shop. Young boy said, my vote don't count. I was like, yo, man, your vote do count, bro. I mean, my barbers on some. A lot of young, they just. We're not educated. We're not up to. They separate us. We the biggest spenders in the community and don't have nothing to show for it, but a Gucci bag or Dodge Charger. You know what I mean? We just got. It's just kind of confusing sometimes, bro. I think everything Fluke said was true. Everything Spoke said was true. I mean, you know.
Y'all remember that big thing?
People, man.
Huh?
No, I've had conversations with people, man, and they said that to me, man. My one vote don't
that
count.
Don't make sense, bro.
Then I told,
How does that make sense?
I told them Your vote counts as much as the chaos you create in the street.
That's
Yes.
real. That's real.
That's how much of an impact your vote makes. And then when they think about it along those lines, they like, well, yeah, I do pretty much do what I want to do. And if something as small as me going in and checking a box, it has just as much or more impact as that, then my vote does count for something.
Yeah.
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 The concerning thing about this young boy, he was a college educated dude too.
But you
He
know
was
what?
Oh,
You know what that
damn, he
was,
was college
in my
educated, bro.
in my opinion, because I understand I went through those phases. My opinion, that was a cop out. You want to know why? Because it's easy to throw venom into a situation without understanding why you're not going to that situation. You feel what I'm saying? So if
Right.
you're well informed and say, if you're a well informed person, like you really studied this shit, and you say, you know what, I'm with this, I respect that more because I know that you went into it and you're like, yo, this is not for me. But if you taking your opinion from social media,
Right.
somebody else's opinion. Now,
Right.
if it's a loved one or if it's a close friend, I I I'm good with that. You feel me? But if it's somebody you don't know and you don't and they say some shit that you like, but then you don't go and research it to make sure that what they said to you is the truth, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. Because what
Right.
that's what it's about. It's about you understanding and doing the best you can to be the best you can.
You know what's crazy to me, man, is how wait, we talking about people not voting and all that, and that was a big thing for a long time. And Cass used to ask me, man, you vote? You vote? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why? You know, man, no. If you get in and this and that and this, I said, why? Because I'm asking you, why you ask? Because it ain't none of your damn business, man. You understand what I'm saying? What was it was a big thing to go up to a black person and ask him, did you vote? If you didn't vote, you the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I had numerous answers to him. I voted down the ticket. The rest of it ain't none of your business.
That's real.
Well, what if he get back in office? I said, it won't be because of me. But who you vote for? Once again, none of your damn business. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not even that's
That's real.
why is that a thing, man? Why is that a thing? You put it out. Vote. You need to vote. You need to vote. People was under that whole joint with Trump. They knew they needed to get him out of office.
Right.
But you gonna walk up to somebody and say, "Man, if you don't vote, you the problem." Dude, do you live
You
in
ain't
my
shit.
my municipality? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you live in my
Trying
state?
to
I vote down ticket. I never miss that. The rest of it ain't none of your business.
It's real. Boy,
trying to shame people nowadays. Trying to shame people into doing the right thing ain't working, man.
That
It
ain't
might it
working.
might it might have worked back during the '60s or whatever,
I
man. But
don't think it's
shame,
ever worked,
nobody
bro. Be
ain't no
honest with
ain't nobody got no shame.
No, you're right. You're right. I see that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh man.
you know, like you think about how many people y'all know who still buy fucking food stamps, man. Who the fuck got shame nowadays? And I'm not talking about. I'm not saying anything about people who receive food stamps. I'm talking about how somebody will refuse to give that person the same amount of money value for the stamps.
Right.
How the fuck you go? Look, I'm getting these stamps to feed these 5 kids, man. I'm gonna sell you $300,
real.
worth of food
That's
stamps, and
real.
you want to give me like $100? Fuck off!
Be real. That's real. That's real.
Like fuck off, man. Like what the fuck you talking about?
All right,
Oh
well look,
man.
this is what we're gonna do. This part of the show because we look, we got about 30 more minutes. So since we got a freaking eagle on the line, We're gonna give you the opportunity to talk about your guys, and then we're gonna respond to talk about our people.
Who talking about? Eagles? Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah.
How about you?
What
Yeah, we ain't talking about them North
is there
Carolina
to talk
Central
about? We 13
Eagles.
and 1.
Y'all
Ain't nothing
know
to talk
about them?
about. Huh? You say so?
Mm.
We 13 and 1. Ain't nothing to talk about.
I
I
said
mean,
we not talking about we're not talking about the North Carolina Central Eagles. Have y'all seen them?
Oh yeah.
no, look, HBU national
They
champion.
put a whooping on Jackson State, didn't they?
So first of all, Jaquari is an alumni of
Yeah.
North
They,
Carolina
they,
University.
they
So
spoke. They had Jackson State ready to fight
I
out
was
there.
conflicted. I was conflicted, man, because I mean we never mentioned it, man, but our Aunt Virgil used to teach at Jackson State.
yep,
Okay.
So I was conflicted.
Yep.
The
But
Jackson State,
in
Mississippi,
the end,
Mississippi.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it's
yes,
at.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's
First time I ever seen a blood or a crip.
our family from my dad's family from Mississippi. So we
Okay.
ain't tricked in that situation.
Yes, sir.
All right, well look, Jaquari gave his Eagles some shine. Talk about yours, Bill.
I mean, listen, man. They
Anybody
13 and 1, man. If we stay healthy, bro, I think we can do a lot of good things this year, man. It's about staying healthy.
Super
I
Bowl
mean,
thing or
I think so. Listen. I done had my heart broke a lot in this city, so I'm not gonna oversell it. But
Hey man, hold on, man. Hold on now.
let me finish, Luke.
You ain't gonna
But
be on no time. Hold on, you ain't gonna be on here with no Detroit Lions fan talking about your heart was broke, man.
you're probably right. I
I don't want to hear that.
wasn't gonna say shit, but go ahead, Bill.
Y'all got a Super Bowl, goddamn.
took me almost 50 years to get it.
You talking about your heart broke. I don't want to hear that. My heart broke. I'm just playing, man. I'm just messing with you,
Y'all
man.
stick
Go
with
ahead.
this coach. Y'all stick with this coach. Y'all should be all right, though. You got to give him some time. Don't get a quarterback.
It's a culture, dog.
Oh, our quarterback is tight, Bill. Come on now.
You think Jared Goff tight?
No,
Yeah, man, dude.
He took the Rams to a Super Bowl, my guy.
Dude, he
Okay.
top six. He top six right now.
So what do y'all think y'all need to get to the next level then?
Well, go ahead and talk about your boys, man. You get the shine.
Listen, man, y'all can use our blueprint if y'all want.
Stop playing. If you don't, man, go ahead and finish talking about your Eagles, man.
He
Talking
said
about
blueprint.
Listen, man, I'm always been a Bird fan all my life. My mom was a Bird fan. My dad was a Bird fan. My uncle was a Bird fan. Hey, listen, man, it make my heart feel good, man. It made me a happy guy when they winning, man.
I
And I
bet.
do believe if y'all saw the Phillies almost do it, they weren't supposed to be there. And they almost did it. So he was going to take it to that next level and bring that trophy home this year, baby. I believe it. Unless something crazy happen injury wise, we're gonna do that thing. We ain't scared of Dallas. Y'all ain't quite there yet. We ain't scared of Dallas. We ain't scared of Green Bay. Done. Who else? We got? Well, San Fran. I'm gonna tell you something. Now San Fran got a tough D, but I can't see Brock Purdy. I can't see Brock Purdy coming to the link in January and knocking us off, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I got
If
you.
it was Jimmy G, maybe. But Brock Purdy, no.
Hey, they got a tough D, man. But how many games they lost, man? About
Like
4?
4, right? 4?
Yeah, 4 games.
Well, I mean, they lost a
They
couple.
could be had.
They can be had. Sure, they can be. But they seem to be peaking pretty strong right now. Their defense, that Bosa and the linebacker, they the real deal.
Yeah,
But, we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
They got a hell of a D. They do.
They got a hell of a D.
Yeah.
What's y'all D ranked like 3rd?
I think so.
3rd?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit, I wouldn't be worried about them, man.
I think the only thing with the Eagles, they D line is they great, but they're older. So it's when y'all lost against
But they deep though. They
when
deep.
y'all lost against the Commanders, it's because y'all got no D line penetration at all. And
That's the only game.
Y'all gonna need that in the playoffs.
But I think we lead the league in sacks right now, buddy.
The only thing you got to worry about
First of all, you got great.
And only one team in the NFL this year has gotten over 100 yards on us. Darren
First of
Henry
all,
didn't do it. Henry didn't do it. John Taylor didn't do it. It was
the
I can't
Commanders.
remember where back, huh?
The Commanders.
Commanders didn't get 100 yards. He hit a couple
First
running
of all,
touchdowns, huh?
First of all, look. Too much credit to your D line. First of all, it was
Ooh,
your
baby.
D back.
Big Fletcher Cox.
That's how they. That's look. Your D backs was with them guys all the way.
Sure, we got good D-backs. Sure.
Okay.
Our safety got hurt too.
We're gonna keep it funky because listen. I'm not a Eagles hater, but understand something.
I'm not worried about the D line. I don't think
That's
I'm
what
worried.
you
What
need
I'm
to
worried
worry
about
about.
because we deep. We rotate like 10 deep. We go 10, 8, 9
That's
deep.
the problem. You know why do y'all rotate?
No, it's not.
Bill, why do y'all rotate?
Listen, because to keep them fresh. Listen, Keith.
No, sir. If
Keith,
you got dogs in there, look,
Keith,
them guys,
Keith.
look, your
We
dogs.
got about listen. We got about
Let me
3
just
D
finish,
linemen.
man. I'm gonna let you talk. Because
3
see,
D linemen with double figure sacks.
look. You worried because you keep talking this shit. I'm gonna tell you now. I already told you the reason why you got the D linemen doing what they're doing is because you got great D backs. That's what's going on, right?
Okay.
And secondly, right? You rotate in and out because your dogs need rest. That's what's going on, my man.
Okay.
Your dogs need rest.
Okay.
Now,
only-
But listen. When we clinch the division of home field advantage, we're gonna have a rest in the playoffs while y'all playing the wild card.
You're right.
That's when we're gonna rest in.
Hey, my
Go to
guy.
ice. That's all I'm saying. We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
Look at the
Look,
only
look,
person.
Y'all don't worry about my boys, because Jalen Hurts should be the MVP.
Jalen Hurts. Matter of fact, Jalen Hurts. If I was to say anything, he's the one that's gonna hurt y'all, man.
Oh,
He's the
come
one
on.
gonna hurt y'all.
Well, no. Hold on. Man.
Watch.
See, no.
Watch, man. Lack of experience. No.
That man is. No, I'm gonna give you
Okay.
explain. But Jalen
Okay.
Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFL.
No, he not.
Yes, he is. He's edging
No,
out
he not,
Mahomes
man.
right now.
No,
Yes,
he
he
ain't.
is.
Man, you out your mind, Keith.
That's the prime West black food. We don't
You
stick
out
with our
your
black
mind, man.
quarterbacks.
You out your. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
I still think
Who
Pat
go.
Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I think Pat Mahomes is the best.
I'm gonna tell you who y'all should
But
be
Jalen
scared
Hurts
of.
top 3.
Anybody that can put up numbers, y'all need to worry about.
Like who?
Hmm?
Who? Mahomes, Allen?
Allen,
Who?
Mahomes, anybody that can score points, y'all need to worry about. Matter of
We
fact, if we'd have
scored
had a few more minutes, we'd have got y'all.
Yep.
That's real.
Y'all did play us well. Y'all did. That was the first game of the year. That was like a scrimmage. That was a training camp. That was a scrimmage for us.
Look here.
Wow. Ain't that
Look here. Hey, look here. You fell for the trap. Nah, because I wasn't even going to speak on it. We trending at the right time.
Actually, I fucks with Detroit. I like Detroit. I like the.
We trending at the right time.
Go ahead.
Is your D as good as the Jets D? Because them motherfuckers ain't no joke, boy.
The Jets D.
Man.
Yeah. Well, they got hammered last night, didn't they?
I don't know.
They did.
Jacksonville hammered
Who they
them last
play?
night.
They ain't got no quarterback, man.
They don't. You're right.
They ain't got no quarterback. But that D,
Right.
if y'all defense is on par with the Jets defense, then y'all probably win the whole joint, man.
We'll see. One thing about football, right? A lot of times the best team don't always win because it's one and done. You got one bad game, one bad situation, one bad mistake, and it's all over.
You know what that got to do with?
Usually NBA or baseball, the best teams win because if you mess up one game, huh?
Every sport, it always has to do with who has the best heart, who's a monster, who's a dog. To be honest. And look, I'm chiming in on what you're saying, Bill. But honestly, football, it has to do with who's the dog on that field, man. Who's going to win that battle? That's what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Then enough to let the talent.
Sure.
Look here, man. Our team, man, the Lions. This is one thing I'm gonna say about the one and only thing about the Lions.
Hey, Phil, hold on. We're done with the Eagles, Bill.
Okay.
Now, Damon, let's go, baby.
No, the only like I say the only thing I'm gonna say about the Lions, man, is if they make the playoffs,
They
if the
got nothing to
Lions
lose. Y'all
if they
dangerous.
huh
Y'all gonna be dangerous because y'all got nothing to lose.
if we make the playoffs, they're gonna win at least 1 or 2 games. I'm telling you that right now.
Y'all going to NFC Championship game?
They might go to the night. I'm telling you, the NFC
Well,
Championship. They
I
might
think
because I'm telling you, Bill.
where it's looking right now, y'all will play Dallas in Dallas.
It don't
And I,
matter,
and
man.
and I pray to Jesus, y'all beat that butt.
Man, look,
If we play
it,
Dallas,
the
If
first
y'all
game we
beat Dallas,
played.
I buy a Detroit Lions
no,
T-shirt.
first of all, if we play Dallas, they're gonna have to cheat us to win.
What's
Like
going to
they
happen
did
is
before.
I think we're going to wind up playing. If we was to go, if we get the 7th seed, we probably going to have to play Minnesota.
No, it's the wild card though, right?
It's a wild card, so
Y'all
it
be in the
might be
wild
Dallas.
card. Y'all in Dallas be the wild card, I would think, right?
It'll be Dallas, man.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think it would be Dallas.
I ain't
Or,
worried
or
about Dallas, man. You know what? Dallas is hype, man. They ain't won shit in over almost 30 years, man.
yeah, you know.
You
One
understand what
thing
I'm
about
saying?
Michael Parsons is a bad man though. He's a bad man.
He is.
Parsons is a bad man. They got a good old line.
This is, as long as look, as long as the team is passing the ball, he is effective. But he's not effective against the run at all. At
At
You're
all.
right.
all.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Eagles kind of exploited them on that though. They ran right at it.
It, Jacksonville broke them off.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They did. They did. All right, well look, Jaquari, you have anything to say about the Lions?
No, I ain't a sports guy, man. I'm all about the I'm all about the the loyalty as far as what they do. Like shit, I don't know no personnel or nothing like that. You know,
Okay.
I mean, that's another. The
I'm
Lions is young, man.
gonna say one more thing. Let's get off the topic for a minute. Watch out for my Sixers. We starting to gel now too. Getting hard and B starting to gel now, baby. Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
see you.
let me
Embiid
just say
gonna do a thing. I don't. I would. Do you trust Harden, man?
I don't trust MB actually.
What?
mm,
no, sir.
mm.
Not in the playoffs, dog.
Listen, I
Not in the
love
playoffs.
MB. He is my man. I used to get mad at him, right? Because I thought he used to put his back down low in the paint. But I was watching this little sequence with what's the boy be on ESPN? The boy that Kendrick Perkins. It was Kendrick Perkins was saying that he thinks that MB's more comfortable facing the basket.
He
Like
is.
if he has his back to the basket. So I thought, to me, he's so big. I used to having your back, to do that, drop step, take him to the hole. You know what I mean? But he'd say MB is more comfortable facing the basket. So I'm gonna ease up on MB getting too low in the post now, because okay,
But Bill,
even though I think
first
he
of
should
all,
be deep, he should post up deeper than me. But I
I
mean,
don't
whatever.
think Embiid is uncomfortable with his back to the basket. I think Embiid is like, I don't give a fuck about the back in the basket. I want to shoot
Okay,
threes. I
Because he
want to
could do all that.
I want to hand you somebody step back three. That's what he want to
right.
do at 17. That's what he
Embiid,
wants to do.
Okay.
Embiid could do it all, but you know what he need to stop doing? Every time he take a shot, he falling his big ass on the ground and shit, man.
Oh yeah, it's another
I
thing.
have,
Yeah,
I have never seen somebody fall as much as he do, man.
he fall more than Iverson fall.
Man, he fell.
And
I was watching him one time.
Iverson was little. Iverson was little.
Yeah, he fell so much, man, one time, and I was rooting for him. He fell so many damn times, I just turned off the damn game. I said, man, I can't watch this dude, man. I can't keep watching this big ass motherfucker hitting the floor,
flopping,
man.
flopping like Vladdy and shit.
Oh
Hey
my
Keith,
God.
Keith, if you had faced him beat in your heyday, how would you have beat him up?
What I would have done is I would wanted him to catch the ball first. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 6'9", he's 7'2".
Oh yeah, he's bigger than you. Okay.
What I wanted to do, what I would want him to do, and it's the perfect defense, is for him to take the jump shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if he tried to dip his shoulder, move my feet to take the charge. But
Okay.
really, it's not much I could have done except for he tried to shoot, just go up and block the shot, give him some
Mhm.
interference. That's about it. I
Okay.
mean, because see, look, let me tell you something. My feet were so good. These 7 footers, him, Jokic, and look, even what's the kid in Dallas? There's no fucking way you're gonna dribble around me at 6'9". There's
Right.
no way, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I feel this, and this is my personal opinion, and I might be wrong, but defense in the NBA is so, it's not secondary. That shit is like fourthendary, quadendary.
Tertiary.
There you go, dog. It's real,
They call everything so tight now. I mean, they
bro.
want more
You,
offense
you,
now.
you
That's
know
what
why
it
they
is.
do it though, Bill? They do it to keep the game exciting, bro. It's
Right.
all it's all about the offense. You know why?
Yeah.
Because the NBA is a business. They're selling the business. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And plus, the back in the day when the Pistons and the Knicks was fighting, beating everybody up, having 65 to 60 games,
dog,
that wasn't enough for them. You know what I mean?
my guy. Let me just say this to you, because Bill,
When Charles Oakley and Buddha
I'm
was beating
so
everybody up.
disappointed. I'm so disappointed because you actually lived through that shit.
I
If you
love
was
that
a
era.
young,
I
if you
love
was a
that era.
young, if you was a young bull and said what you just said to me, well, how the Knicks and the Pistons was beating people up. No, here's the thing.
They, they did.
No, they responded because Boston and LA was beating people up.
Boston was way more physical,
What
man.
the Knicks did and
No.
the Pistons did was respond to it. Yes, they did.
Okay. You might be okay. I agree with
Yes,
that. I
they
do agree with
did.
that. I do agree with
But
that.
you
No,
gotta think
There
about it.
wasn't
The
nobody more,
Celtics, the
more.
Celtics dominated the East because they had a finesse but power game. It's what
Right.
they had.
Right.
I mean, oh, let me just say this. I'm gonna let you talk, Fluke. Listen, if you are a fan of the Pivot podcast on YouTube, right? Please watch the Isaiah Thomas episode. Please watch it because it's eye opening.
He talks
This is
about that feud
something,
with Jordan and all that, don't he?
yes, and
Yeah.
this is something that I actually witnessed, but it was funny that Isaiah actually confirmed it because you have your opinion until the man who was there confirmed it. But watch the pivot. That's real. Ron
Yeah,
Johnson, what's
I
up,
saw.
brother?
I saw. I'm gonna go out. I gotta check it out. Yeah.
Check it
RJ
out,
was
man.
good.
Oh, it's great. It's great, man. Great joint. But go ahead, Flu.
no, it used to be funny as hell to me, man. The Pistons was not the most physical heck ball. That was Boston. They wasn't, man. I mean,
True.
I'm watching it, man. I watched every
It was
game.
called the Bruise Brothers. It was Blam Bam Mahorn.
They named themselves that. They called
Wait,
Yeah,
themselves that.
keep. The Jordan rules were traded by the Pistons.
No, it
man.
wasn't.
That.
Listen,
Listen, man.
bro. You need to listen, Bill. If you don't watch the podcast, bro, watch the pivot
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch
because
it.
this is the very first joint that Isaiah actually addressed everything.
He
First of
told the truth.
all, first of all,
Yes,
what they was first of all, what they was accusing the Pistons, the bad boy Pistons, and all that. Everybody was playing like that, man.
everybody.
Everybody was playing like that. The only reason why they highlighted the Pistons because Jordan was pissing and moaning and shit because he couldn't beat them.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
he couldn't beat them.
I agree.
Bill. Jordan could not get past the damn Pistons.
I remember.
So he started bitching and crying and whining, and so did his coach.
And so
And
did
that
Scottie
was
Pippen.
it.
Scottie
They
Pippen
they
almost
they
made
they
him quit.
did huh?
Almost made Scottie Pippen quit.
All they did was the same stuff that the Pistons was doing to Michael Jordan. Cats on playing street ball was doing the cats, man. If you get look here, man, don't bring that mess down here. They got physical with you. You know what I'm saying? They made you score. They made it hard for you to score. Jordan just wanted somebody to let him go in and dunk. No, man.
Hold on.
I grew up like that, man. You not for the dunk on me uncontested.
I agree with that
They
cat
Now,
too.
now, now,
that's
now,
how they played. They contested it every shot.
here's to be fair, because when I watched the pivot, I watched Isaiah say this. This is the first time he ever said this shit. They said, y'all walked off, right? He said, you
And then
want
you
to know
put
why
Jordan
we
Hand.
walked off? You want to know why we walked off? He said, because they was up 3-0, right? And Jordan came on and said, they're nothing but thugs. They don't even belong in the game. They don't belong in the game, and their championships was nothing. Isaiah and them heard that, right?
Hell,
He
the
said
whole
the
world
champ-
heard it.
he said their championships was nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Basically, because
Who Jordan said it about the Pistons?
Jordan said that. He was trying to
Wow,
validate him. He was trying to
that
validate.
was corny.
Look, Jordan didn't have to validate himself. You know what I'm
No, he
saying?
didn't. No, he had to do all that right.
And Isaiah was like, yo, look, they changed the game for Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
Right.
listen, I encourage you to watch it, bro.
I am. I am.
What it is, whether you believe him or not, it is his actual point of view. This is the last thing I'm gonna say to you. This is what he said on the podcast. He said he don't know why Jordan had this strong dislike of him. He said he and his family made sure Chicago welcomed him. And he said,
Right.
as a matter of fact, my nephew lived with Jordan and took care of him. That's exactly what he's saying.
Did he
He
say
said
why he slapped
he
Magic?
said he said the first couple years he used to call Jordan at least once a week to check on him. And he said, I don't understand why he was saying this kind of stuff. Now, this is Isaiah Thomas's point of view. You can believe it or not, but guess what? What did we get? Why he didn't make the Olympic team? He was all with that as the
He should have been on
monster.
that team. He should have been on that team.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Jordan.
I said that in real time because they came off a fucking championship. But let me
I
say
thought maybe
this.
Bobby Knight had something to do with Isaiah. You know?
Everybody wants to blame Jordan for it. But you want to know who was right along with Jordan if he disagreed? Magic Johnson.
Magic.
Magic
Okay, why
Johnson.
he sucker punch Magic in that? Why he slap Magic? Trying to slap Magic. What was that about? Then he kissed him on the lips after
Bill, I know you joking.
that. I'm
We all,
fucking around. You know I'm fucking around. You know I'm fucking around.
look. First of all, you got to see it because he addressed that too.
Why he slapped Magic?
He didn't slap him.
He threw a punch at him or something, didn't he?
No, Magic, he pushed him. Damn, you was watching it. You was a youngin', man.
I can't remember.
What he did was, you was in your 20s, but we was probably drunk when you was watching that shit.
Probably drunk. Yeah, probably drunk watching.
But what he did was, Magic knocked him to the ground.
Right, and he got up and threw a punch
And
at
he
him.
got
Something.
up and pushed him. But everybody said that he suckered him. I'm like, where'd that come from?
Oh, okay. I thought he threw a punch. I can't remember. Maybe he did.
No, because guess what? Isaiah was Magic's young boy. He says it. Just check it out, dog.
I will.
I'm not advocating anybody else's podcast, but they bigger than us. But I'm gonna tell you, you hear it from that man's point of view.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how people have this revisionist history, man.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? I was a Pistons fan, so I watched all of it in its totality. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was angry with the Pistons because he couldn't get past them, man. Because he couldn't get past them. And then how did he get past them? He got past them by saying by Detroit trading Castaway and
He got
getting
older. He
older.
got older. Yeah, he got
Yeah,
older.
and here's what people don't want to. This is a crazy thing that people. When I used to make this argument with people all the time, I was like, man, when the Bulls beat the Pistons, man, you know they was playing like extra games because they was in the playoffs and championships and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How many years did Isaiah actually have on them? Him and Dumas have on their legs, man. You know what I'm saying? They was supposed. Chicago was supposed to beat them because they was playing 2 months after Chicago ass was at home.
But think about it, Blue. Think about this. Isaiah broke his wrist in that series, and he said, "Let me tell you something. It would have been a different series if I had not broke my wrist." And that's Isaiah's opinion.
And then, hey, kid, what did you say? He said about his ex players.
And then, no, I was telling Fluke last night, right? And this shit was so fucking true.
And it's
He
true,
said,
man.
first and foremost, this is the second time around, right? He said, "You said we was the bad boys, and no, we ain't belong in this, right?" He said, "How you got three of my former guys on your team? James Edwards, John Sally, and Dennis Rodman, who were principal contributors to
Of
that
course.
second
Yes,
set of
big
three."
time. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So look, this is not going against Jordan and this, that, and the other. It was just, I like the fact that this man gave his side of it. Never did over the years. He never did.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy
You
to me,
know,
man? I'm not a Jordan hater, man. I'm not a Jordan hater. I think his game dope. You know what I'm saying? I actually think that he was the best player to ever play the game.
He's a
I
good.
actually
He's
do.
a good.
You know what I'm saying? But this is what drives me crazy. He was black. Jesus, he could walk on water. I saw the best player that ever played the game as a flawed person, man. Who went out there and had bad games and shit.
he did.
You know what I'm saying? Who shot five for 38 and some shit like that. I saw that. But you listen to motherfuckers like Skip Bayless and all these cats talking about his heart was so big and he wasn't afraid of anybody and when people got on the court they feared him and I'm listening to this shit and I'm like, man, y'all do know y'all talking about basketball, right?
Basketball player.
You understand what I'm saying? They talking about this man like he just I think he can whoop LeBron James ass.
Hey, look,
Who said that? Who said that he could whoop LeBron's ass?
Skip Bayless say that dumb shit, man.
but hold on. Let me just say this real quick.
Ain't no
Isaiah
way in hell, dog.
made another point. He said two things. I'm gonna say the most viewed NBA team games in the late '80s and the '90s was the Pistons Celtics, the Pistons Lakers, and the Pistons Bulls. He said when they played against each other, it was high, but it was higher when we played against them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it was can't miss TV.
And then he said, now this is what really just struck home why I'm even bringing it up today. He said, over these years, you heard three people give their opinion about me. He said, the only reason why I'm doing this right now, because I'm tired of those three people giving their opinion. Jordan, Pippen, and fucking Phil Jackson. So of course they gonna give him the bad shit.
It's crazy how I'm a diehard Detroit Pistons fan.
I'm a Piston for life, man.
I can look at I'm a Piston for like I can look at looking right here and say who was the best player that ever played the game? Michael Jordan. He was that, man. You know what I'm saying? And guess who was his Achilles heel? Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas and the Detroit Pistons.
You know what I'm saying? Now deal with that. Don't come with that. He was black Jesus. I thought that was God. Come on, man. This dude was a basketball player, man.
Even though Jesus was black, but it is what it is.
He was a basketball player. All of a sudden now, because he could play basketball and he was the best at it, Can't nobody whoop his ass. Can't nobody pull the women better than he can. Ain't nobody got a cooler walk he got. You know what I'm saying?
They just talking for TV. They just talking.
Man, that is the most. That's the and all I'm thinking about. Damn, I remember that dude was frustrated as hell because he missed like 15 goddamn shots and shit.
Look, I'm gonna
You know
tell
what I'm
you
saying?
the funniest shit Isaiah said was they talked about the documentary. He said, "How are you gonna watch a documentary where somebody?" He said, "What his problem was with the documentary." He said, "How are you gonna watch a man be an asshole the whole documentary, right? The whole documentary, and then he had the nerve to call me an asshole."
Right.
That's real.
Look, you know what's crazy about the documentary, man? I couldn't even watch the whole joint, man. I couldn't even watch the whole joint because it was. I'm looking at it and I'm like,
But you know what though?
what? What? Okay,
That's what made that era of basketball great, though. To me. It
but
was
they
the
not.
actual rival. That was actual rivals.
Yeah, but
Motherfuckers ain't like each other.
they not being honest about it, man. You know
Yeah.
who I feared when we played goddamn Chicago Bulls. I'm talking when the Pistons played Chicago Bulls. You know who I feared the most? It wasn't Jordan, man. It was goddamn Scottie Pippen, man. It was Scottie Pippen because I knew he was gonna get that right rebound. He was gonna get that right block. He was gonna play that right defense. You know what I'm saying? I know he was gonna be that glue.
Yeah.
That's not what Dennis Rodman said.
No. Wait.
Dennis
What?
Rodman
Dennis
said
Rodman?
Scottie Pippen.
Uh,
He said Scottie
uh,
Pippen was a coochie. He was a punk.
no. First of all, when
That's
when
why
when
Jordan told. That's why Jordan told Pippen got to get in the weight room in the off season. Get strong.
no, when Scottie Pippen got over his migraines, he became
Right.
a man.
Rodman said.
No, I'm not
Rodman
trying to
said.
be funny. That's real.
Rodman said the Pippen was a punk.
But look,
Imagine Rodman calling somebody a punk, man.
but look. You a
It's
fool.
got to be. That's got to be pretty hard coming from him, man. Dennis Rodman calling you a punk. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman calling you a punk has got to be like a woman calling you a bitch.
Them fight words right there, boy.
What?
Hey,
What
even
you
now
say?
today, I said I got to find him
I gotta find
because
him.
I ain't never heard that before. Dennis
All
Rodman
right, well,
calls him. Look, hey, Charles Barkley said Dennis Rodman, John Sally,
John Sally.
and Rick Mahorn. He said they can't fight.
yeah. And look, Barkley can't fight. Barkley can't fight. Look,
Right.
first of all, when I found out that what's my man name? The
Oh,
enforcer,
you crazy,
Jordan
man.
friend. What the fuck his name?
Charles Oakley.
Oakley. When I found out that Charles Oakley smacked the shit out of
Tyrone Hill.
Charles ain't do shit.
No, it wasn't Charles Barkley.
It was.
It was Tyrone Hill.
Man, look, Oakley smacked a lot of people.
Oakley smacking shit out of a lot of
I saw
motherfuckers.
Oakley. I watched him on TV say,
I ain't never heard
he
Oakley
smacked-
slap Charles Barkley because I ain't
Yes,
never heard that.
sir.
He
Bill,
slapped Tyrone Hill that one time for that playoff game.
listen. This is what I'm
They said
saying. to you.
Tyrone Hill wouldn't want to come out the locker room.
That
This is what
motherfucker.
I'm saying to you. Charles Oakley, in his book, said he smacked Charles Barkley in the mouth, and Charles Barkley ain't do shit.
Hey,
In the
Bill.
game? In the game?
Bill.
No, they hung out together.
Oh,
Bill.
yeah.
How the hell that's hard to believe? Charles Oakley smacking shit out of a whole lot of motherfuckers, man.
He did.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, well, look, check this out. We're going to
Excuse
go
my
ahead and
language.
close this up. I just want to let everybody know that next Friday, we're going to be at 12 p.m. And it's going to be this is going to be the last one of the year. And this is the same thing. You know, we invite you guys to comment, give us questions, everything that you need to do, and we're going to go from there. So we're going to start with you, your last words, then Bill, and then Damon. You know what you do at the end, and then we're going to be out. Quarry, go ahead, brother.
Hey man, I wish everybody, you know, the happiest of holiday seasons. Let's get back to the true meaning of the holidays, man. You know, if you not working, if you're off, if you're at home around family, man, celebrate that. Because these good times are very, very they come few and far between, man. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Bill, appreciate you coming on, brother.
I
You
love y'all.
know,
Anytime I get a chance, man. Anytime.
yeah, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, Big
Yeah, yeah.
Bill.
Merry Christmas, to everybody, your family. Hope everything will well this New Year for you. Just fact, this following year, we got a lot to be thankful for and a lot to be grateful for, man. It's always a grateful experience coming on with y'all brothers, man. I appreciate the invitation. You know what I mean? I'll fill in whenever y'all need me to. And on the 30th, we having a pit. You talking about the pit thing, Keith? We having
Yeah.
that on fifth. I can't have the address on. I can't what the address was, but it's on this Instagram page posted. We have like a little pit reunion on the 30th from 4 to 9 on North on the Fifth Street Tavern, wherever it's called. I gotta look it up again though, but I'll let y'all know. And also, we're having some clear out specials on cars. Fellow Auto Group, come see me. Come see me. William at fellowautogroup.com. Email
That's
me.
in Philly. That's in Philly,
That's
baby.
in Philly, out Bristol. Come see me. Trying to clear all our inventory, get ready for the new year. So I'm giving some inventory away. Kid, where you at?
look,
That's it.
look,
Happy
look,
New Year, man. Happy New Year. God bless
Y'all got to
everybody. God bless our brothers, man. You know what I mean?
look at Bill taking advantage of this situation. Now hold on. Hey, listen. What Bill was talking about is December 30th at 4 p.m. to
Yes.
9 p.m. And it's gonna be at the Fifth Street Lounge,
Lounge.
5929 North Fifth Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Come on
All pit
through.
alumni.
Pitt alumni, come on through. If you're listening to this, we're gonna repost it again. Come through because what it is about brotherhood, sisterhood. Let's make it happen. Damon, talk to me, brother.
I don't know, man. The last couple of weeks, man, I've been in search for something, man. Peace of mind, purpose, and all that. When you have a family, man, your purpose is clear. You raise them, you take care of them the best you can, and support them when they need it and all that. But in terms of that individual purpose, the thing that makes you feel whole, makes you feel closer to God, man. Uh, I've been in search for that, and I wouldn't say it's been a struggle, but it's been a journey, and that journey has been enlightening, man, for me. So this holiday, man, I want everybody to be safe. I want people to spend time with their family. I wish they spend time with their family. I wish them well. I hope everybody get what they want for Christmas. And love each other, support each other, and reach out to that person you ain't talked to in a while, man, because they might need to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised at little things, man. That makes a difference. You know? But I ain't got nothing really, anything I want to, you know, emphasize other than, love yourselves and take care of your family. That's about it, bro.
Okay, great job, man. But like I said, this is the second last episode of this year. We've been going strong for really a little over a year, but we're doing a solid year on this situation. And it's an everyday conversation with everyday people because everyday people make this fucking world go around. I don't care what you talk about these celebrities, and there's no shade on these celebrities. There's nothing against these celebrities. But really and truly, when you see the people every day that you walk up to, and you speak to, and you talk to every single day, this is what gets everything grinding. This is what makes everything happen. You feel me? So next week we're gonna be on at 12 p.m. and we're going to do the same thing we did tonight. We invite you to give us your comment. We're gonna comment on what you're talking about, and we're
Look
gonna
what
go from there. This is
you mess,
Steve Armstrong. Look at you.
you mess with that spoke. Oh, this for guests, man.
Yeah, I didn't hit him a couple times.
What you got there? What you got there, Fluke? What you got there?
So I got something for the guests, man.
Oh, hello. Okay. Okay.
Hey, you know why I bought this? Because this one my dad used to drink back in the day. But he used to drink the red label.
Johnny Walker.
Yeah. So I said, let me go ahead and try. Everybody talking about the black label. Let me go ahead and try it.
I fucks with the Johnny Walker now.
Yeah, Johnny Walker. Good thing.
Yeah.
I ain't never had it.
It's smooth.
All right. Hey, look, my man Vernon. What's going on, Vernon? Good. That's a good dude too, man. Raleigh dude. Jaquar, you know Vernon. But
Who, Maxwell?
all right. Well, look, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. We only deal with nothing but dogs in here, male and female. Real people, real love. That's what we're about. You feel me? We'll see y'all next week.
Peace. 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 Peace.